What's up, everybody? Adrian here. IAmJadoreTV. We've got the main man here.
Kareem Jamal.
There you go.
Kareem Jamal.
What's your Insta?
Energy KJ.
And we're gonna be doing regular ones of this. I started it like a little while ago, but I don't know what happened. Flights happened, I think.
Yeah.
But we want to talk about what's going on right now.
Yeah.
Like,
Because at the minute, obviously we've got the coronavirus happening, we've got lots of people in a panic and a disarray, and it's going to be affecting the way we all kind of work with each other, because are we going to be able to work with each other based on this? And personally, my view is I'm trying my best to keep that thought process of not being scared about it all.
I'm not. Do you know, I'm more annoyed. I feel like I really had it. You know, I came back from Portugal.
Oh, you're telling me this now?
I came back from Portugal. I had the tickly throat, but then I took Beecham straight away.
Right.
It went. Now I'm fine.
Okay.
But I'm thinking, what it could have, and that was just after I come off the plane as well. So I'm like,
Yeah.
it's likely it could have been. I think it's not affecting healthy young people.
No, it's not.
You can catch it. You might feel, it will just feel like a
You can
normal
carry it.
cold. It'll feel like a normal cold.
But this is the thing where it's, for me, I'm thinking to myself, well, I need to also have that thought process for others. So one of the weird things that I had as a situation, just keeping this private, but I had a client that literally shook my hand and then looked me in the eyes and said, well, if we get it, I'm sure we'll survive it. And then since then, mentally, I've been like, wait, what if I've got it? What if I've got it? Do you get what I mean? So it's a scary thing, but at the same time, look, I read something this morning that definitely like resonates, and that's the thing of fear creates that feeling of panic, and panic obviously will affect the way we are anyway, and affect our immune systems. So fear
Stress
can, exactly.
Yeah.
So
weakens the immune system by mad. You can get actually ill from being stressed.
yeah, exactly.
So it's like that on top of actually having it probably is why people are dying.
Yeah.
More than the actual virus, just the virus it's being itself.
But so far, as of yesterday, in the UK, only 10 people have died from it, and at that 10 people, 8 of those people were over the age of 80.
Exactly.
Again, we obviously it's horrible, it's happening, but we don't want to live in fear. But I think it's going to be interesting to see how it could affect business for people, affect relationships.
It's ruined my whole 2020. I think if you're watching this channel, you probably know, or follow my Instagram, you probably know 99% of my stuff is abroad shoots.
Yeah.
So I literally had so many plans, and I've created like WhatsApp photography groups to travel, and obviously that's like everyone's just scared. So that's straight hope.
Yeah.
Right there. So it's just like my plans money wise have now. That's just hope. That's a halt straight away.
But the thing is as well, we don't know how long this is gonna last.
Exactly.
So I'm trying to come up with a way of looking at it just from an optimistic point of view. You know, because ultimately, look, if it's affecting our business, cool. But then how can we navigate towards making sure that we are doing the right things for each other, and we are making sure that there's other ways of making sure we're okay, financially, mentally, physically, spiritually, all of it.
The thing is, like, obviously as a photographer, we're in contact with loads of different models, and then models are in contact with loads. So it's like this. I literally spoken to like 2-3 models yesterday. They're not leaving their house. Like until this is done, that's it.
Yeah.
So it's just like it's literally like full-time freelance photographers. Like you're working for yourself in any most creative industries, but especially photographers. Like I don't even know. Some people must be scared about how they're gonna pay their rent the next month. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's very
especially
true.
like a freelance photographer works for himself. Like,
what are they gonna do?
what are they gonna do? No one's traveling.
But this kind of goes on to that thought process then of like, with the age that we're in right now, with social media, with online presence, with like intangible connections, and what I mean by that is like the fact that me and you come from a generation where we're used to like linking up with people, building relationships, you know what I mean, having meetings, being outdoors. With something like the coronavirus now, how much do you think that's gonna push forward the digital age to move even more into like, well, work is online, and what's your thoughts about that?
What, just moving straight digitally?
Not completely, but how much do you think it's gonna influence it?
I think, depending on how long this lasts, if it lasts a long time, they're gonna make a way, and then that's gonna be the norm. Because then they're like, oh, we don't need a building to pay rent.
Yeah.
Like this big company gonna think, oh, we don't need a whole building with 1,000 rooms. Just cut that cost. Now you're all just working from home.
Or it could be even to go as far, and I'm just thinking mad in my head. It's like, what if it was a case that we are all out and about, but let's say imagine if this gets so bad to the point where it is something that is like, it is feeling like some sort of like zombie apocalypse type thing, and it's like, no, like 9 out of 10 people that you be around could have it, and then obviously it gets worse and the symptoms get worse. What if it gets to a point where it's like, as businesses, we're still seeing each other face to face or whatever, but as photographers this is going to be mad. But I'm thinking more just day to day, like retail and things like that. It's going to get to a point where if you want to meet someone face to face, there'll be like a screen. Do you get what I mean? Or you're wearing overalls.
A fishbowl over your head or something like that.
Yeah, because already I'm starting to look at it and go like, how much is this going to influence like the fashion world? How much is this going to influence like people who are in the creative industry, like creating content based around it? And then how do people feel about that?
I think it'll be, because in that sense it'll affect it, because retail is taking a massive hit. You think about it, if you're on tills, if anyone's watching this, worked on the cashier or whatever in retail, think about you have to touch the buttons.
Yeah.
If it's touch screen, you got to touch someone's money.
True.
You don't know who. First of all, money's the most dirtiest thing.
Yeah.
Before this coronavirus came about, anyway. It's true. So imagine top of that, and then you've got to like touch the customers' hands, like.
Yeah.
It's a madness. So on top of this, so let's just say they eradicate stores altogether, because someone might touch something, a t-shirt, put it back. Now the coronavirus, I don't know how it only lasts like a couple of hours on the surface.
6-7 hours. Yeah.
So if someone else touches that, you forget. Oh, you got something in your teeth. You go like that. Now you got it.
Yeah.
So this is how you eradicate stores, but even now it's only online orders. But then someone has to touch that packet.
True.
To
That's
put the
something
clothes
else.
in. So then it's like when you get deliveries now. You got to put gloves on, then hand sanitized the packet before opening it. But then it goes down to you don't know who's touched the actual garment. So then you got to chuck it in a washing machine before anything. But then this is it. So it's going to get wild.
One of the things about this coronavirus thing that a friend of mine pointed out to me, shouts to Timmy, because he's really kind of been engaging with this properly, and he brought up the fact that we're all kind of running and getting toilet paper and bacterial gel. Yet, bacterial gel, anti-sanitizer, only gets rid of bacteria. It doesn't stop a virus.
Yeah.
So, we're helping each other not get the common cold.
Yeah.
But we still could easily get the virus.
Yeah.
So,
do you know what the virus kind of brought up a crazy thing of how shocking this country did not know about just general hygiene.
Yeah, it's
all
true.
of this stuff that they're saying is who doesn't do that?
Yeah, it's
and
true.
I'm thinking that means a lot of you are just nasty.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, how do you not wash your hands and know how to do
how to wash your hands?
How to wash your hands. And after certain things, don't do this. Before the coronavirus, obviously, anyone watching, I got kids. When I'm out and about, my kids are always as kids, you put your hands in your mouth.
Yeah.
Any time before this coronavirus was even here, I was like, take your hands out your mouth.
Yeah, sure.
You're outside. That you don't know what you've touched. That was before. So I'm thinking, how is everyone? To be honest, I've been at bus stops and I've seen kids. You know that the glass screen at the bus stop. I've seen kids licking that.
Oh wow.
Putting their mouth on it, and their parents are standing right there. I'm thinking, Are you alright?
Yeah, you're not even thinking.
But I'm just like, nah, man. They ain't from the hood, but they must have not been. People from the hood, yeah. You can't be that nasty, bro. You'll get bullied, bro.
Yeah.
What do you mean you're nasty? Couldn't be nasty, bro. Like, if you're from minorities, you can't be nasty.
No, it's just simple etiquette, isn't it? Make sure you wash your hands, man. But yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see where it all goes with the coronavirus. Like, at the minute, I'm trying my best not to panic too much. But yeah,
I'm glad I got YouTube here. Like, do you know, otherwise it would have.
Yeah.
Today I'm grounded basically.
Yeah.
People don't even want to move around in London, let alone fly in. So.
This is the thing, right? Personally, I've never been someone who like loves to go on public transport and then things as it is. So for me, it's an excuse to just stick within my own company, my own lane, get in my car, go back and forth, and that's it. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, bro, look, we mustn't live in fear.
I'm definitely not in fear, because when I saw that my next trip was gonna be Ibiza again, and I said,
yeah, of course they've stopped the flights out there now.
They stopped flights.
Yeah, they stopped flights out there. Yeah, all the Canary Islands. Spain.
At the beginning, I saw that they stopped. They closed the bars and public bit. All I saw that the beach was fine. I was like, okay, I don't care.
Makes it better for you. Anything, you're like less tourists.
Exactly. Like, if the beaches are clear, I'm still going.
Yeah.
But now it's like, they've stopped flight. Like literally, I can't go to the places I want to go now. But yeah, it's we'll see. We'll revisit the coronavirus maybe, I don't know, a few episodes from now.
Yeah.
But we got our next topic for you. What's the next?
We got lots to talk about, really. I mean, we've talked about like the current state of photography and the relationship photographers have with models and that as well. So that's something that
I was real dying to talk about.
What's that? What
do you think about like the creepy photographers?
Right, because so this is a good topic.
The thing is, I don't know what time you're going to be watching this, but at time of recording, I've only got 8,700 followers. When I was like 3,000, I was still getting very large models. Like, I don't know if you guys are probably watching this, the Ignite models, Dan Bilzerian.
Yeah.
Like, I've shot a few of those when I was in 2017. I only had like 3,000 followers.
Yeah.
They've got like 400 and something at that time. I don't know what they got now. But it's like, I think I got those because of my reputation of not being creepy.
Yeah.
But the thing is, a lot of photographers that are creepy, big photographers, I'm going to say their name, but they're big photographers in this thing, you know? Like, big boys.
And they're just not navigating correct.
They're creepy, and models are telling me, I'm thinking, why are you not like out in it? It's like, it's annoying because it's like, it's taking business away from me and you.
Do you know what it is, though?
Do you get what I mean? Just
if we look at the history of it, bro, it's like, some people are even coming from that era of knowing like the Harvey Weinstein era, where it's like women were like, what's it called? Like, is it whistleblowing? What's the word that they say where you like you're held out on the streets and stuff like that, and it's normal. And that was before back, like say in the 70s, 80s. That could have been like a compliment to be like, oh, like, oh, look at that pretty girl over there. Woo, woo. Do you know what I mean? But like now, it's like we're now part of this generation where it's like.
Catcalling.
Catcalling, that's the word, catcalling. Where it's like now we've kind of switched it where that's not right. And I understand that and respect that. But like you say, the thing when it comes to addressing like creepy photographers is, I think it comes down to the fact that a lot of people have a lack of understanding of how to communicate with each other. First and foremost, like there is a misconception that, oh well, you're just a model rather than you're a human being. Do you get what I mean?
And then they shoot a certain type of photography, so that means they must be like...
Yeah, it's like, no, that's not the case at all.
Yeah.
Because personally, like you say, same, I've never had a problem having conversations and creating relationships with models who look and may be conveyed a certain way. Do you get what I mean? Because I'm open to having conversations with them and understanding about who they are as a person, first and foremost.
You don't realise that they might come across... Let's say, for instance, there's a model that comes across very overly sexy and
like raunchy and
trying to reel you in with their captions are like just dirt. But you need to separate that. That's business.
Yeah,
it's getting you to sign up to their probably OnlyFans.
It's
and them in person is compelling. I literally one of my last trips, like a lovely girl. She like personally, we're having conversations of her business mind is madness. Like, I'm thinking, I was blown. I was like, I can't. This girl, what she's invested her OnlyFans money into, by the end of this year, she won't be on social media. She'll just be living off her property money.
This is it. This is it.
And on the forefront, you think, oh, this girl just gets her body out.
Yeah.
Oh, she's not to be respected. Listen, this girl's got more game in this business world than I have. I was just like, I can learn stuff from her.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what? But you would never know that.
But this is the key
it's
thing.
Separate. It's business.
Exactly. The key thing is that people are judging people on face value.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like social media has a lot to play in that, because we've gone into this state of consuming intangible data that is then giving us obviously the whole endorphins and everything like that. So we're getting quick fixes, but then it's not based on reality. So the problem with that for me is like, okay, it's cool to get our fix. It's cool to kind of like indulge a little bit, but don't be kind of caught under the illusion. Because like really and truly, most of the relationships I've made with like models that have that kind of look or they have that kind of following, it's because I get on with them as people. Do you get what I mean? And I'm being able to see, right, okay, so you have your brand, it falls in line with my brand, and so on and so forth, and find that mutual kind of understanding. And that could be whether it's a client or it's a collab. And that's something I think we definitely want to touch upon as well today, innit? Because that is, there needs to be a bit of clarity, I think, with that as well for people.
But the only thing that's annoys me, like, listen, there's one time the model came back to me like 3 weeks in a row with inappropriate experience with a photographer. I'm just like, she has a large following. You could just out this person.
Yeah. Like, why is she not kind of looking?
But this is something I don't understand. Like, there's so many models that have. Some of them, like, again, with the big photographers, it's reoccurring.
Yeah.
And it's like, obviously, just other random photographers, but it's like, and these girls that have big followers, it's like, why would you just not? To me, it's mental.
Do you know what it is though? Is in their defense that it's like, again, going back to the Harvey Weinstein thing, and the fact that it's only once people start to talk about it and it becomes public knowledge. So someone has to take the fall almost, or take the hit for other people to feel comfortable.
But I know one girl that did recently, and the same girl that was telling me about her experiences, it was her friend. So that another girl did expose it. Everyone was reposting it. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then.
But nothing come from it.
Nothing come from it.
Yeah.
but then there's so many layers to it as well.
Yeah.
I want to like play devil's advocate as well, because okay, cool. Let's say on a shoot, a guy's a photographer's inappropriate, and then I don't know. I've heard some wild stories there, but let's say he's just inappropriate. He hasn't kept it professional.
Yeah. Or
whatever. But then on the other foot, like, is it all this Me Too movement? Is it the same for us? Because I've had girls regularly, especially because of the girls I shoot, that they're high following in the millions. Some of them, just like, so they see that thinking, oh, they want that quality of photo, whatever it is, whatever. Because you know, it's association. It's association thing.
Yeah.
But I get a load of girls like flirting with me, thinking that I'm gonna shoot you for free because you're flirting with it. I had 2 kids by 22. I have no problem getting girls outside of photography. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, I do photography because I like money, first of all. If you're not paying me, or if it's not equally beneficial for a collab, like, it's not happening. Exactly. So, and I think it's but then if I screamed out saying, oh, why is this girl flirting with me? I'm probably going to get told to man up.
True.
So I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's not equal in that sense. It's not equal. That's very true. That's very true. But you know, this comes down to the thing of like, what I've come to realise is like, I've gone through that kind of hobbyist phase to like intermediate phase of photography, is like, there isn't that much representation anyway for photographers at that level in the intermediate range compared to models. So it's that whole thing of, like you say, it's like, models are going to maybe have more of the influence potentially. They may have an agency. They may have, obviously, like you say, if it's a female model, then they may have that gender specific of, well, you must be the victim as opposed to the person who is causing the feeling. So I think one of the things that like we should talk about as well is the fact that, like, the way me and you met is like through a community of photographers, and like having that ecosystem of not just community photographers but community creatives can build that balance a lot better, so there is an equal understanding of, right, what because it's that weird thing where it's like, you know, where they say like, common sense is like not so common.
Yeah,
it's like we forget that, bro.
Yeah.
Because just because me and you know how to operate and talk to people in a respectful manner, yeah, and look at it as business and understand like how we're working, not everybody else is necessarily. Some people aren't going to be kind of well understood in that. Do you get what I mean? So then how do we kind of educate people or guide people to go, right, this is the standard of how you can do things? And
I feel there should be some sort of app or site where you can review your models and photographers after every shoot, something like that. Because, and then maybe if you want to, you can do it anonymously, or I don't know. Like I don't know. I just feel like there should be a way to like.
Yeah.
But you need receipts, because you can't just like imagine just like you're up there and that's a random. You haven't even shot in a year. Yeah. Or someone's left a bad review. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it should be somewhere else. But I don't know. It just.
It has to. You say
it needs to be policed somewhere. To agree.
If it was like you say, it wasn't just a one-way thing. Then it could work, because let's say for example you get a client now. A client comes to you and they say, look, I want to shoot in a studio, and in that studio I want 50 photos, and then you agree a price on that, and then you give them the 50 photos, and then they go, oh, you didn't give me the 50 photos I wanted, but yet you've discussed that and you was all happy with it, but because she's not happy with whatever, or he's not happy with whatever it may be, then they give you a bad comment or bad review. So again, it comes down to, I think, managing people's expectations as early as possible, gaining that clarity. You don't have to have it in writing, you don't have to like have it that deep necessarily, but that's maybe a solution for that avenue if that was to come about.
What I've started doing, which I should have been doing from years ago, but having model release forms as well, making it very clear in that model release form, it's going to be used for, because I have a Meike account which is like an OnlyFans obviously, but so like if it's for that, I'll say I'm using these pictures for my specific account. You're going to get X, Y, and Z. These photos could be used on my website, Instagram, or YouTube.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like,
give
do you
that
agree
clarity
to it? Sign it. Blah blah blah. That's it. So there's no confusion afterwards about. So what people don't understand as well is, and that goes back to what I was saying about that model that outed that photographer, because it's 50-50 with what her case specifically, because basically they did like a nude shoot. She said, oh, she doesn't want it, like the uncensored used or something along those lines. Like obviously, like Instagram, you censor it, right?
Right. Yeah. Sure.
And then, or she didn't want it published as well. Both. I think she didn't want it the nudes used or the full frontal nudes or it published.
But they did a nude shoot.
But they done a nude shoot. But so he posted obviously the censored one. She was happy with. Then she found out that the uncensored ones were being used. That's why she outed him.
How did she find out about that then, roughly, like?
I think she must have paid for it. I'm not sure if a friend saw it, or she paid for it, or she found out somehow, but she found it was being used.
Yeah.
And then, but my argument, well, not argument, but what she probably doesn't know is, he owns the rights to those pictures.
Yeah,
okay. So it's like, that's another thing I can say to models, like, you need to be careful of what you do and don't want to be used, regardless of whether you've said, oh yeah, I'll just use the censored ones.
But you know what? Whilst we're on that topic, that's an interesting one, because I agree with you, but then it's also that there's a flip fold of that, because let's say, for example, I've worked with people before, and again, whether it be client or collab, we've agreed on a certain amount of pictures. I've made it very crystal clear. Let's say I've said 5 pictures, and then the end of the collab's gone. It could be a month later, it could be a week later, it could be when I give them the pictures, and then they go, oh, can I have this one and this one and this one? And it's like, but hang on a second. Okay, you can have that if you want, but then that's extra. And it's like, but there's no respect in that. Do you get what I mean? Because like my whole thing is, the way I personally like to avoid them type of situations is I go, right, as crude as it may come across, this is the pictures that we've got. I'm sharing it to you. These are the pictures I may use. I've used the one I've took into account what you want as well, and these are the ones that you picked. We're both happy. There's a win-win situation, and even like for myself, and I don't know if that will go in my detriment, but when I've done client work, let's say for example they've picked 5 pictures of their 5 that I've stated in that package, then if there's one that I think, oh, actually that would add to, I might give them that extra one for free as a
Yeah.
bonus. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just creating that rapport where it's like, right, there's consistency there, there's understanding. Because at the end of the day, if one of us ain't happy, either me or the person who's receiving it, then we ain't going to work again either way, are we?
Yeah.
So
The thing is that in that situation where it's like, people models need to obviously know that regardless of what's said, unless it's, to be fair, I don't even know if it matters if it's written or not.
no, it doesn't.
Because
it doesn't.
if I've taken the picture and you've obviously posed in the picture,
Yeah.
obviously not through like a peephole or something like that, but obviously if you like it's a photo shoot, clearly, I have whatever rights
Yeah, you do.
to use it wherever I want to, regardless if I've said no, I'll never use these nudes anyway.
Yeah.
If the minute you leave, I post it somewhere, you can do absolutely. She went to the police and the lawyer. You can't do nothing.
Can't do anything
because
he owns the rights.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like
it's just creative property.
If models want to, if they want a certain image, don't want certain things to be used, and you're just going off the word of the photographer, like don't shoot it. Like she wants to shoot it nude, but then didn't want the nude used. That's bonkers to me anyway.
Yeah.
But it's just like.
I get exactly what
I mean, it's like a moral and then legal sort of situation. Because she showed up the conversation. He actually said he won't use them, blah, blah, blah. But did. But then again, legally, he has the right to.
Yeah.
So it's just like, but then again, it's a moral thing because she trusted the photographer.
See, now it comes down to the thing of, okay, so he's done something, like you say, that's morally not in line with everything. So then how do we kind of police that or govern that then? Because if the police ain't going to get involved...
It's like, if you know you don't want images being shown, don't take that image. Like, full stop, regardless if it's...
But you're coming up with the philosophy of prevention is better than cure.
Yeah. But because the thing is, you can't... Once you've taken that picture, there's no cure.
Yeah, true.
Unless it's deleted.
True.
Like, there's nothing she can do after that.
But then this comes down to the topic of, like, people understanding clearly what they want. Because, like, briefly I'll touch upon... and I'm not going to say any names, but it's like I've had a situation where a model said, I want to do a no makeup shoot. But then they've used Facetune to put makeup on top of their face. So, again, I don't logically understand that.
Yeah.
But then all I've now made sure to prevent that is any person that would come with anything like that, I'm like, yo, just to be clear, you, like, how I edit it is how you receive it. If we want to do alterations, cool. Like, we'll find a medium. I'm all about finding a medium. But
I do the changes.
Yeah, exactly. But let's just get some clarity on this because it's going to affect the way my reputation is as well.
Because I've had to crop my pictures. The brand thing, like, really, that's like number one photographers flipping pet peeve.
Yeah.
Tagging brands and then the brand repost it, don't give you credit. Like big brands posting your stuff. I'm not gonna say the name of the brand, but the big brands like lingerie or swimwear, the one all these rappers and everything like to post all the time. Posting your stuff, which you obviously know they're making millions of pounds. The picture was good enough to post on your platform. It was good enough to credit. It was clearly good enough quality.
Yeah,
so
at the very least.
Exactly, very least. If they gave credit, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
I know they're making millions. They could have thrown me a little £100 because I posted the picture.
Because, like you say, it goes back to that whole thing of ownership. At the end of the day, let's say, for example, now you've got a client that comes to you, and then you go, "Yeah, I shot with Nike," and they're like, "From where?" Like, what? And then you're like, "Yeah, this picture here." They're like, "But I didn't." Like, there's no proof of that.
Exactly.
So again, it's a repetitive thing.
But there's a thing apparently I'm gonna find out. Shout out to Hooked Images, Ben. He was speaking to another photographer. There's like a service you pay. I'm not sure, don't quote me on this, but I think it's like £20 a month. Yeah. It's like basically like a personal sort of lawyer. So like, and if you find like a picture of yours, on, let's say, a brand reposts it, don't say nothing, you send it to them, they sort it and they can claim like, it's happened to another photographer that he's been thinking to. He's got like a couple grand from it. So it's like, I'll be like, yeah, model, tag him. Tag him. I'm like, oh yeah, what's that brand? Oh yeah, tag him. 5 pictures. Oh yeah, yes. You know what I mean? But that whole brand thing, I personally am not shooting any brands for free. No. When you're making money from it, why should I? But if you look at my page, like there's nothing I need a brand for. I'm not like a commercial white backdrop shooting dude.
No,
like so it's like, and to be honest, anyone shouldn't. Hold on. There we go.
All good?
Yeah, we're back.
Cool.
Time limit, guys. There's a time limit on this thing.
Oh, okay.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, still running here. We're still good to go.
But now I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, brand shooting is, if they're making money, I'm not shooting it for free. Like that's not. And for me, if it's a collab for a model, don't tag the brand. And obviously I must be credited. But if it's we're definitely not tagging brands for them to repost it for free.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, if it's a corporation in itself, it's like they are making profits.
Yeah,
and therefore,
exactly.
how does it make sense that I'm not at least benefiting from this?
Yeah.
And yeah, man, this is another thing what I feel like we need to discuss is like the blurred lines between when you're a freelance photographer or any creative. How do we address the whole thing of like when is it a collab and when is it client based then? Like how do you personally like to do it?
If someone reaches out to me, or I reach out to someone, or if someone reaches out to me first, if their page like coincides with what I'm shooting currently, because realistically, right now I don't need to collab right now. Like I've got literally thousands of pictures from 2019 of when I've been traveling heavily.
Yeah, exactly.
With what I want my page to look like.
Yeah. You've got your you've got your brand.
I've got pictures for days, like quality, not just like my throwaways are postable.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't need to shoot, but if I feel like, God, it's a passion sign, I want to shoot.
Yeah.
But if I do, it still needs the model needs to sort of fit what I want to shoot right now. So right now, if I collab, I'm vlogging it. If I can't do that, then I'm not collabing.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And then another thing is like the whole thing, like I was saying, you can't tag brands in it. The edits is a sticky one because if it's a sick shoot, I might edit. I don't know how many I'm gonna edit.
Yeah.
But if it's a normal collab, I don't know. I don't really have a set number for collabs. To be honest.
Fair. I don't have a limit on collabs, but I'm starting to become a bit more particular about it because, like you say, it's a case of we've come in the kind of photography community through social media, and I've seen that thing of people are just going, oh, but like I'll tag you and I'll credit you, and it's like okay, but does tag and credit equal like food in my belly?
Yeah, exactly.
It don't. So and even a case of on a big scale, let's say they are somebody who is a higher influence model, and creating with them is a case where they do bring maybe technically more value than I do because of that end of things. It's like, will that actually bring me exposure that is actually beneficial for my brand?
Yeah.
If it is, then cool. Then that makes sense. And it also, like you said, it comes down to passion.
Yeah.
I'm very much willing to collab with people who are genuinely passionate about what I do and respect what I do.
Yeah.
But if it's a case where they're coming to me and expecting, no, if anything, then in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, I need to think about all the extra expenses that need to come into play then.
Yeah, especially when I get DM'd, I'm always skeptical because I've had a DM. I think, oh yeah, that's cool. You got a cool page. I like your look. And then they're like, okay, good, because I need to shoot this, and this for this brand. I got this sent to me. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on a minute. Like, what?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So it's not like you need me.
You're looking for a camera holder.
Basically, you're looking for someone to click the do you know what I mean? Further than the distance that your phone can do it remotely. Yeah. So it's like you just wanted content, not a photographer. You needed content for the brand that sent you stuff. You don't like my work for my work.
It's true.
So that's when it's like, it's a no-go at that point.
Yeah. But then, look, this is the thing we discussed before as well, meeting up in the fact that it's about making sure we establish our brands as well, because once we've got our own lanes, then people have got an understanding of what we offer. And I think we've both looked to establish that early on. Like, one of the things I've looked to do is make sure that when people come to me, they understand, look, if you need help with styling, if you're thinking about location, if you're thinking about studio versus like natural lighting, these are things that I'm going to be thinking about for the person, as opposed to them kind of being, oh well, we need to shoot outdoors because that's all we can do for cheap or for free through a collab, and it's like, but no, we can budget things in. We just need to make it work around like what you want. Do you get what I mean? But clarity of that needs to be clear. Then
I think collaborating and just like general business for us, because we're in London, is very seasonal.
Yeah,
like when it's cold and starts raining, it's dry.
Yeah, true.
Like no one wants to come out there. Even if it's indoors to come to another indoors, they don't want that even to come out in the cold over here. Like especially models over here. So it's like summertime. Last summer, business was booming.
Yeah.
Booming. I had to turn people down. It was just like soon as it got cold.
Yeah.
Dead.
Sorry to cut you off, but how do you section off them for you, like between, so obviously you're going to be doing client work, you're going to be doing your collab work for your brand, like how have you been able to keep your consistency for you whilst also make sure the clients are happy? Because some clients may be coming to you with the thought process of, oh, but I want to be on this page as well, or I want to be on this YouTube.
First of all, there's no paid bookings on my page.
Okay, cool. So you just keep it completely separate?
That's not even completely separate. It's usually, it's weird, like, I'll get someone that wants to do a fashion shoot.
Yeah, fair.
Like a Instagram blogger type shoot in Hyde Park.
Yeah.
And in like, I've had a few of those in summer. And my page is, at that time those few people were booking me. It was mainly lingerie and implied stuff.
Okay.
Abroad.
Yeah. So it kind of fits.
So I was like, it just didn't fit. Yeah. And then it's just like, I don't know, it sounds bad, but obviously I need a certain level of quality as well. Yeah. So it's just like, if you're, it's just, I don't know, I just feel like to be on my page, I'm going to have to be excited about the picture. Each picture to me has to be better than the last picture. Yeah. So if it's not better than the last picture, I'm not posting it.
Fair. I get you.
So it's just like, that's what it is for me. Like, I'm in competition with myself. And that's why I'm kind of, why our little group that we started off with, it's just like, it's not like I've been like selfish, but I've just been in my own zone.
I feel
like,
you.
I'm just like,
I feel you.
I'm in competition myself. I don't care. And not that I'm saying I don't like other people's work. No, I just don't care. As in, I'm not envious or jealous because I'm in my own box. Like, see, yesterday's me, we're beefing.
I get you.
Tomorrow's me, I'm trying to see what he's doing.
Yeah,
so like, I don't care. Like that's been in our own zone. It's been working. So
this is another topic then really for us, is the fact that so with social media at the minute, we've got the communities like photography community. There's models. There's influencers. Like, one of the things that often goes into my head is, if everybody's creating content, then who's really consuming it? Because even if you're liking a picture and you're commenting on a picture, once you close your phone, that's it. Like, you're not connected to it. So what my point is like, where do you see this creative industry kind of developing over the next few years with social media? Do you think it's going to be like you say, for example, you mentioned McCartney, like that's a subscription. There's something there's something tangible. There's extra content. There's private content. There's like something that you gain from it in terms of like the studio access and stuff like that. Where do you see it going like over the next few years with like things like Instagram, for example?
I think personally, it's already been happening, and I think people here, America, they've woken up to it a long time. Here, I don't think nowadays I don't think you can just be a photographer nowadays. No. You have to be a photographer, editor, videographer. Yeah. And people want to see you. You can't be this person where no one knows your face. No, they want you to feel like they sort of know you. And the thing is, you can't just have Instagram. You have to have like, to me, if you're a photographer, you need Instagram and YouTube. That's my personal opinion. I don't think it's in London anyway. But like I said, America, everyone's a vlogger. Everyone does. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's face is out there and does like not even vlogging, but posting videos on their page, or even just them like my YouTube, like where someone's BTS and me shooting someone.
Yeah.
A lot of American photographers put that on their page. What London photographer?
But like you say,
even does videos.
It's that whole thing of
YouTube
giving people context. Like, it's something that I've even personally lacked with, and I'm like, hang on a second, wait. It can almost look like to a consumer, they just think, you're saying I've shot this picture or you post this picture. In their brain, they don't even realise. They might get used to your style and then go, oh, that's his style, so it must be him, cool. And yeah, we've got that, but it's like you say, having the videos, having the behind the scenes, having a team, having like objectives and goals that are bigger than just like a model and photographer shooting and then it's just a collab and then it's just, that's it, you post. And I find personally like that's not going to be progressive.
No.
It's not.
Like, I think Instagram, YouTube is like, or even just doing videos on your feed or the IGTV or just stories. I just feel like, because what people don't realise, I don't do it so much, I need to start doing it, like posting the before and afters.
Yeah.
Like, people, because obviously people get used to my pictures and like, yeah, they're great and everything. But when I posted the raw file compared to how I edit, people were like blowing their mind. Or like when I put in my stories a couple times, like of the presets that I have coming, like when it changes to what it looked like originally, everyone was just like, oh my days. I'm like, wait, hang on a minute. So what did you think? Like, you thought it was the camera doing this? I think that's why like people don't, especially when they like the little behind the scenes that I do on here, like obviously me shooting in the location and then seeing a picture come up of what I've just done. It's like it's just like they don't put two and two together.
No,
so they just get used to
which
seeing
is understandable. I
the
get
end product.
I get it, bro. Like I understand because we're consumers ourselves.
Yeah.
So we're gonna look at it like that as well to a degree. But it's like going on the topic you mentioned about like post editing. It's also the pre-process. Like I've had people that have not understood. Like I shoot with film, for example, or I have an understanding of the different textures of film, clothing, styling. So when I'm looking at tailoring for somebody like a client, or even if it is for a collab basis, they're factors that we need to think about. So when somebody's coming to me and saying, oh, I wish I could have more photos, it's like, but we're shooting on film, so then we need to factor in the cost for the film. Also, there's a certain texture of film, so you're coming to me bringing me an example of what you want as a reference, and that reference may be film, it may be Canon, it may be Fuji Digital, it may be the new Sony, the new Nikon, and it's like there's certain little intricate details that I think as photographers, it's our job to communicate that to them in an easy way, in a way that is like, okay, I understand it, not some technical, oh yeah, it's got 23 megapixels, so because of that, like nobody cares about that. Do you get what I mean? People just care about results. So I respect that, like people care about results, but it's about, I think, us as photographers conveying that information.
But I feel like they understand that more with American models.
Yeah, I bet.
I recently got a DM from a model that's got 10 million followers from LA.
Yeah.
That I've been watching her gram from.
Yeah.
When I really started this. Yeah. When I DM'd me, I thought I was dreaming. I legit thought I was dreaming. I was just like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I did not know. I saw it, but I was thinking, she's reaching out to little old me, you know. Yeah. Like, I'm not even lying, guy. I'll show you the DM, but I'm not going to do that. Just so, like, do you know what I mean? Pull up the receipts. But, just like, but someone like, I've had a few others. One other, she got like 3 million. Like, these big models that could probably get any photographer to shoot with them, reach out to little old me and they're like, oh, do I come LA and stuff like that, blah blah blah, like they would love to work with me.
Yeah.
But I feel like what girl from London, a London model with a couple million would reach out?
Yeah, I hear you.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, the mindset is different. I feel like it's appreciated more.
But that's psychology though, to be honest with you. I don't think that's necessarily just America. I think that's psychology of people, because we tend to have like a community of, let's say if it's locally, you have a community of people that you do have that like do mess with you, and then like you say outside of that community, it's like people then go, oh, I don't know them, so then but like you say, the moment it goes from like say even from London to Manchester, then all of a sudden it's like, oh, he's in Manchester, oh yeah, actually when I go to Manchester, this is the guy to connect to. So I think it works like that country by country as well, because I've noticed that thing as well where people are like hitting me up from places outside of the London demographic, or for me coming from Nottingham as well, like not like thinking, oh well, he must be in Nottingham, he's not accessible just because of my accent. They're like, he's not in London. It's like, no, I am. Like,
I don't know, I feel like it's a lot, even ties into what we're saying about like people being like envious or jealous or whatever. Like everyone, I feel like London everyone's in their own lane. For themselves.
Yeah, too much sometimes.
Yeah, like, it's right to be in your own lane, but then to work with, like I was saying, like there's no London collective like going out and shooting, like vlogging together, circulating traffic for each other.
It's true.
Like, because I have my own style, you got your own style. We got Ben Hooked Images. Yeah. We all have completely three different styles. Yeah. We could all go out and vlog and circulate traffic
and build our
own collective. Yeah. Like the UK portraits guys have done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they have their brand now. They're getting how many brand deals or do you know what I'm saying? It's like I don't think they're not really vloggers though.
But I think like you say, the key thing is if people are creating their own different lanes, it's then going right. We've created our own different lanes, or we are on set to create our own different lanes. How do we merge them together?
But that's the thing. I think they're creating their own lane, and then they're being selfish.
Yeah, it's
like,
true.
I'm not gonna bring you along to my shoot. Or
that's a mentality thing, man. I think.
But I feel like it's a lot. Like I'm not gonna bring this model with because I found her. She's got a lot of followers, so that's mine. I'm not gonna bring you with my links here, there, and everywhere.
To me, bro, when I look at that, I'm like, wow, that's a confidence and ego thing only.
Because I think I met with someone that she's from Birmingham.
Yeah.
And she says exactly. So I thought, okay, so it's not just me.
No, that's what I'm saying to you.
Like, but then she goes to LA. She mentioned that she's a video creator. She's like, oh really? They're very interested in what she's doing. Oh, I know this person. If you need this person. If you need. To find someone like that in London is very rare.
But do you know what? This is why
willing to help for help's sake.
That's true. I think that is hard. That's the hardest.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
that is the hardest thing because like even myself, like I'm always willing to help people to a degree. So what I always say is I'll unconditionally help someone or unconditionally love and give, but then I'll always know that there's a certain point. Do you get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like it can also be detrimental, and it goes back to the whole thing of like client-based work versus collab work. If somebody's doing nothing but collabing only, and it's apparent that they're collabing only, then they should only expect collab work to come back to them, really. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's the same way if somebody's doing client work, then do expect that your creative flow is going to soften. It's going to be impacted by it. Naturally.
Stagnated.
Yeah, because you're not going to be expressing who you are and what you want. You're going to be doing it based on what the guidelines they've set. So... yeah, man, it's a interesting time for creativity, I think, because personally I think there is an illusion, but it's also a good illusion to a degree. And the reason why I say it's a good illusion is there's an illusion in the fact that you can make it now on your own. But the reason
you can't.
It's
simple.
But the only reason why I say it's a good illusion is because people are now going, right, I'm willing to lose a little bit of security to go towards my dreams. But again, it goes back to that whole thing of if everyone's chasing their dreams and it's all based on the same things like social media, then who's really watching? Who's the market? You get what I mean?
Because you go back to what you're saying about like helping people to an extent. I'm like them. If I know your what's the word? If I know you're a good person or whatever, something like that. Like, I'm probably not a generous person, but the industry here has made me go into a shell. Because obviously who I shoot, I get a lot of leeches. Like a ton of leeches. Like, oh yeah, let me come on your trips, blah, blah, blah. Just because they know they haven't got access.
But it's like, what do you bring?
This is what I'm saying. It's like, but you're just taking from my table and not adding absolutely nothing.
But do you know the thing is, bro? I clocked this a few years ago. I was like, hang on a second. One of my biggest strengths isn't the fact that I'm the best photographer or because I do the audio stuff as well, like the best audio engineer in the world. I'm willing to have this conversation. A lot of people aren't willing to have that conversation. They shy away from the awkward conversation of like, but what, in the most polite way, like, what do you bring to the table, or what do you want to bring to the table? Because it's not even, some people can have like zero experience in the creative industry, but if they have the desire and they're, like you say, good people, that's enough for me. Because
it's weird, because like even like some of my last trips, I'm just like, I had an agreement to like. Because first and foremost, none of these trips I need anyone with me on. Like I've been self-sustainable for time. Like, I don't need anybody.
Yeah.
So in like that's what I'm saying. Without, because I'm very straight to the point. It might other people might come off rude because everyone likes to pussyfoot around. But it's like I don't need anyone to come. If I do need someone to come, I need help with my BTS for my YouTube.
Fair.
So in return, you can shoot the models because the models are here for me.
Then that's what you've created. You created the system.
Here for me. So it's like if you want to shoot them, I need that. But then the photographer wasn't really helping in that agreement. So it's like I ended up doing most of it myself. There's a few other things, but that's like not personal, but nothing to do with photography. That's as a human being. They're just not a very good human being. But it's just like in photography, it's like you weren't living up to that. So I'm just like. And then now they're getting not recognition, but they're accessible to other models that they wouldn't have got without
I get you
being seen with me.
Yeah, they've literally run off your back.
Basically, so I'm just like, that's not happening again. So that's what that would make, because I'm coming out of my show like, you know what, let me reach out or let someone come along, and then that happens. And then,
but it goes back to what you said earlier in the fact that like as long as we're bettering ourselves and making sure we're one step ahead of ourselves and like looking forward to being the better person that we were the day before, it's going to be all good anyway.
Because the thing is, that person is a decade older than me, looking for me for advice. So you're already a decade ahead of me, and you don't know what you're doing. So you've used couple days to try and finesse me. How's that gonna last? How long's that run gonna last? Because I'm already self-sustainable.
But this is why, bro. I'm loving 2020 more than 2019 and 2018 in the fact that I've noticed the resurgence in myself first and foremost, and in other people are now unapologetically just talking about what they want to talk about and saying what they want to say and doing what they want to do, and no one's scared now. Well, maybe some people are, and I'm telling you guys, if you're scared, talk up. You just move, just make the action, just literally take that one step, because I'm telling you now, like if some people don't do it, we're just going to remain stagnant. Everyone in the creative industry is just going to be reaping off the rewards of where it is now, and it's just going to slowly just start to curve back down again. We're going to have that trough.
Because out of the little group it wasn't even a little group, there was a lot of people.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
There's how many of us that are still shooting right now? Me and you, I don't know.
There's a few.
Maybe Ben.
Yeah, there's a few. There's one or two.
It's like a handful.
But you know what?
Compared to like, when we was out, there was like 30 of us.
And
then another 10 models. Like, nearly every day. Like literally.
It's true.
Like literally. And now it's what? I don't even remember the last time there was even been a meetup.
But it goes back to the thing you said, the fact everyone's so busy being individual. Because I know set people doing certain things. Like I met a friend of mine I mentioned earlier, Timmy. Like he's got the studio in High End. Like he's navigated towards having that studio, and like he's not necessarily shooting as much as a photographer, but as a business it's flourishing, it's getting to where it needs to be. It's becoming, because we've got that nature of, we care about the photographers, we care about our clients and our models, we care about making sure people in general understand that we are about each other, and it's slowly coming in, and it's building, it's, you know what I mean, and it's about people thinking about things like that, like having roles, do you know what I mean? Because the problem is if everybody's just trying to chase the same as that dream, then everyone feels like crabs in the bucket. Do you know what I mean? When really it's a case of like, no, I can eat, you can eat.
Yeah. But that's another, I don't understand why people, like, the whole envy photographer thing is because, like, everyone can flourish. There's enough room for everybody here. So that's why it's a bit, because like I've organised this group for, like, abroad stuff now. Like, everyone... So let's say I have access to models that everyone wants to shoot but can't, sort of thing. Okay, cool. Bring them to a workshop. Everyone chips in. If there's 5 peak photographers, if the model goes, cool, I like your work, I'll shoot with you for free, but I'm not shooting with anyone else. But then she goes, if you lot can pay for my expenses, I will let them not shoot. So now you lot, 5 people can put money together, which will end up being so cheap.
Exactly.
And so now you've got access to this model that you wouldn't have shot before.
That's creating the ecosystem.
Exactly.
And I feel like that's where me and you, and this is not to kind of belittle or talk down to anyone else because I'm all about helping people, and there's probably gonna be people who are helping me, and you know, it's just the way of world. But like where me and you kind of look to separate ourselves in the lanes is like we're thinking about things like that. Like currently we're going to be doing a workshop in the studio, so we're going to have 6 people come into the studio and just learn the basics of lighting, and then we'll advance that and just make regular workshops. You get what I mean? So it's about creating something that is a win-win for everybody, as opposed to just doing something based on, oh, look at me, this is what I've done and that's it. Because like that's, even if it's not the case, people read into it like that, and then like you say, they get jealous, they get envious, bro. Like
the thing is, it's like it's almost like, well, metaphorically, it's like me taking the hit. So I've got my level where not in a big headed way, but I can, if I can get a model to see my DM, they'll work with me majority of the time. I'm gonna DM from a 10 million, so that's saying something to me. Like the other day, like I thought that moment, like what, a couple of weeks ago, I was like, oh, right, I'm actually doing stuff. Because you know what I mean, that's like top echelon, like model level. But it's like I've taken that hit, so now I've got these relationships with how many models now that they all come and collab with me, like when I call them up. So it's like, okay, boom, would you come Bali if I paid for your expenses and paid them a little something? But then I can do a workshop and let these photographers shoot with you. Now she could go, cool, she gets a free trip and getting paid to Bali. Why the hell not? Cool, 9 out of 10 models would say yes. So now these 4 photographers that are maybe newbies or whatever has this woman or male in their portfolio. Now someone else they might DM, but that might have just ignored them before, have seen this popular model and go, okay, cool, I'll collab with you though. And now that's another big model, and now they're gonna get more big models. But do you know, it's just like everyone wants to be selfish and spiteful. I could, after that last experience, I could just go, I ain't doing no more working with no one else. I'll just continue to work by myself. Now that opportunity probably would have, those other talkers people might have died off, quit. But now that situation might now flourish for other people's career.
Exactly, and this is why it's about, like you say, as much as it's that whole thing of like being tactile, in it, in the sense of, okay, so for example, for me, the reasons why I feel like I've been able to be consistent within myself is because like I've clocked the natures of what makes me happy. First and foremost. So it's like, okay, once I've understood what makes me happy and what doesn't make me happy, try and eliminate as much as what doesn't make me happy, focus on what makes me happy. Everything else is a bonus. Do you get what I mean? So if I get client working, great, it's a bonus. If I get to work with and collab with somebody that it does really heighten things for me, it's a bonus. But I'm not going to be chasing it. Do you get what I mean? Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, like, I need to get this, like, I'm going to lose, like, days of sleep and da-da-da-da, because I'm not being funny, like, my family matter, my mental health matters. Do you get what I mean? Them things matter to me so much so, and I'm sure to you as well, like, making sure that those things are a staple first.
That's the big thing, like, the mental health thing, because it's like, for me, realistically, I don't really watch anyone's stories. I just don't feel like I think social media is dangerous and a blessing in the same time. Like, if you,
Fully.
I think everyone should have a mental health check before downloading Instagram.
Yeah.
And if you don't pass it, you don't get it.
Yeah.
Because I don't, not that I'm a strong enough person, but I just don't feel like I need to know what you're doing all day, every day.
I get
I post my pictures and go most of the time.
Yeah.
If it's no on your feed, if it's not those first 3 people, I'm not clicking on it.
Yeah.
I'm not scrolling through to see whatever. What? I got stuff to do.
Exactly.
Exactly. Like, and that's like, if I'm not really. The only time I'm on my phone is like if there's clients I need to reply to. But other than that, I'm not. But
this is it. It's
Instagram like that.
It's about detaching. Like, even today, like, I had a few days where I deleted Instagram and deleted WhatsApp, deleted all of it. And I even said to you, I was like, right, I've come on WhatsApp just to hit you back up. And then I went back on the Instagram, trying to post something, and then it's just glitching and it's just gone blank. So I'm thinking, for some reason, basically, it was the thing we talked about She Who Shall Not Be Named, talking about she's coming from America to England, and she brought up the fact that she wanted British photographers only. Now, I'm going to just address this clearly in case people see this.
I'm going to start this again, because it's going to... There you go.
So I've recently come off of Instagram for just a few days, just to basically just clear it out. Gone back on, I've gone to post something, and literally it's gone blank, as in like you know like your captions and things like that. So I'm thinking this isn't right. It's like some shadow ban type thing. I've not really had this before, and I thought back and I'm thinking so. There's a big photographer that is coming to England, and she's basically put up something saying that she only wants to shoot with British photographers only, and she's coming to do this thing where it's like 4 photographers and a model. And all I wanted to do is give clarity to other people that was hitting me up in the DM saying, does she mean British photographers as in like only British descent?
Yeah.
Now, I completely didn't read it into like that.
It was just a lack.
It was lack of communication.
From here, so it's like a lack of knowing the difference.
Yeah.
So I'm sure EDL members would have loved that comment. Like,
this is what I'm saying. It was one of those situations where it's like, all I'm trying to just make you aware of is the fact that how it can come across. Because if you then go and choose purely British, European descent people in that vlog, it could look even worse than how that statement could come across. And I think, and I might be wrong, but I could have been reported because of that. So it's like, I'm being affected because I'm helping other people, but to be honest, I'm not bothered about that. And it goes back to what we were saying, like, you have to have your mental health in check. You can't take things personally. Like, I can't be, like, to me, it's like funny. A big photographer with millions and millions of people who she can influence is being offended by me just merely stating the fact that maybe it'd be wise to reword it or give communication to it. Little old me, with hardly any followers, I'm not getting offended about potentially getting reported or I'm trying to make sure it's fair for everything.
Because of how she wrote it, when it comes out, if they do all happen to be white,
this is what I'm saying. It's one of them situations.
It's gonna be
like,
look, boy.
I'm here to help people, man. Like,
and the thing is, I sent someone who sent that to me. Ben sent that to me.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Before I even saw your comment. Yeah. So I'm just like, if it turns out to be that there's gonna be London photographers that are gonna be reposting that.
Yeah.
Like there's gonna be, and the thing is, even in the group chat, we were saying, we were talking about it, and then we were like, to be honest, we should just be doing this ourselves.
Yeah. And you know what?
Which was another thing. It's like we shouldn't need an American cosign yet again. Even like music industry.
This is it.
That's what it reminds me of. An American cosign to do this. Like we can do this ourselves because all we're doing is promoting their platform.
Yeah. That's
like,
exactly what it reminds me of.
We can just do this ourselves.
It's exactly the same
thing. If we had a big enough scene doing that here, that person would have had to come to us.
Exactly.
Because we're already doing it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So then it would have looked a rip-off of our thing.
Yeah.
So
it's true.
Like,
it's true.
We should have just been doing it. But like I said, it comes back to here where we're too... Oh, this is my stuff.
Yeah.
Go over there with your stuff. Like, I'm not letting you in, sort of mentality.
But you know what? We have to change that narrative as much as possible.
Remember my old videos when I tried to do it with the group? Yeah. I've been having this mentality from time. Just that everyone just seems to be very uptight about sharing. I was like... Well, that's something. But I realised what I was saying about the envy and the photographer thing. Because I've been getting that from... back then.
Yeah.
Because people always used to ask me like, oh, let me shoot with this model. I'm like, what do you mean let me shoot? I'm not a slave owner.
Yeah.
Like, I can't be like, here you go.
Yeah.
Like, if you DM them and they didn't reply, what do you want me to do? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I've been getting that from then. So it's like, because I get quite big models from my follow even from then, like I get a lot of envy from photographers. Like I've had a photographer DM a model from America. She came over here. They hit the photographer back with rates. And then the photographer must have taking a piss, like look what she's charging. I must have DM'd her. This photographer's got like way more followers than me at this time. I only had like 2,000.
Yeah.
This photographer was in the double digits. You know when it hits the K after the. That's how many people do that. So I'm just like, I DM'd them. She was like, oh yeah, I'd love to work with you. I shot her the next day. This was a good night model as well. So I was just like, oh shit. So I was just like, but then there's like a bit of envy. But I'm just like.
No, it's
again,
not that deep.
We done the exact same thing.
Yeah.
We just got different results.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do about that? So then it's just like, I've been getting that from, that's what I'm saying, I've been getting that from ages ago. People thinking that I'm like, stingy. I'm just like I said, I can't, do you think I'm caressing these models to like, not work with you or?
Look.
Because there's a particular photographer that, basically DMs a lot of my models that shoot. Every model that tells me this person DM me, they don't like their work. Big following, but it's like nearly, I'll say not nearly, like 70% of the girls that I shoot always come back to me the same person.
Wow.
I don't think, as a photographer, I don't even think their work's bad. Their work's not bad.
Yeah.
They got double digits, so they can't be that bad.
Yeah.
But I'm just like...
It's not for them, innit?
It's not for... But it's like a majority of models. So I'm just like, I don't know what... I don't know.
But do you know what?
It's not my fault.
It's a similar thing we was talking about as well before, in the fact that some photographers have that experience where they go, I just don't want to collab anymore because models keep letting me down. But then it comes down to like, okay, how much are you preventing that? How much are you having conversations about it? How to heart are you taking it?
But that's what I'm saying. And the thing is, certain people stop shooting for a long while and then want to collab. But I'm like, if your pictures, if you've got a big following or whatever, it doesn't really matter. But if your pictures are like, nothing stands out or it's not, a lot of people can do it, then they'll just go to someone that they know or comfortable with, or can do it slightly, or can just do it better in general.
Exactly.
That's why I could have created my own lane. Like, there's not very London photographers that have a feed that look like mine.
No, definitely not.
So it's just like, so that's why I kind of created an own lane. So I don't know whether it's that, because I don't even know that photographers is not bad. So I don't know. I personally don't get why models don't shoot with them. But I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know. People just need to not take it to heart.
Yeah, exactly.
If someone that they know is working with someone that they don't want to work with, then they just shouldn't take it to heart.
It's true. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. Like, we'll again, I feel like we'll see where it goes over the next few years of it all. But like, for me, I'm looking at it like, how can I create a network system like what you're on as well, making sure that I'm giving opportunities for people, making sure I'm making other people aware, like I'm available for opportunities, but just make sure it's something that like makes sense for us, like not just for me, just for us. Like, when you've contacted me, did you think about the fact of like what I would prefer and like how I operate? And if you thought about that, beautiful, then we can run. Do you get what I mean? So yeah, that's kind of where I'm looking at it at the minute with the creative industry.
I think like a lot of models as well, when they come to you with a collab, they should have a breakdown of a sort of like what they want, but more of a where. Because especially in London, there's a very few places indoors to shoot for free or for cheap. So for me, it's like, if you're coming to me saying I want to work with you for free, you should have already thought of where it's gonna be. Exactly. Because now I've got a bunch of models right now that has DM'd me that I'll gladly collab. They don't have a venue though, so I'm just like, okay, so am I meant to sort that out? Like,
exactly. So then, therefore, if you've come to me and you're asking me, you saying you want to have this, you want to have that, but you don't have a clue of where you're going with it.
There's no
you don't
point
have a stylist
if we have nowhere to shoot.
Yeah, it's a pointless conversation.
Exactly.
And this is again for me, like, as people, I think we should just be respecting each other more. Like, have that conversation of going, instead of just coming into my DM and coming and saying, hi, I love your work, would love to shoot, let's collab. Like, that's the worst thing you could say to me. I'm not gonna lie, I'll just tell you straight, go to my website, or I'll have a conversation with you. Yeah. Like, let's have a phone conversation, meet up in person, and then we can discuss around what you want to do and what you want to achieve. Because I'd rather do it that way, and then at the very least, I built up a relationship with you as a human, than you assume that we're gonna do something, and it's like, well, but what is it for? Why are we doing it? Is it mutually beneficial? And also, this is a trade and skill that I've learned over time, away from photography. Like, as a human, thinking about how things visually look, thinking about how things come across, thinking about how it's going to be good for your brand. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, these are things that, like, then if someone ain't going to put value on it, I'm going to keep holding it. Like, and I feel like one thing we discussed as well before doing this is, as photographers and as creatives in a skill or trade, we need to be, as a unit, going, right, this is what we're doing. Like, we're gonna, this is how much our basic rate could be, okay, in terms of collabs, just so there's clarity for everybody. Do you get what I mean? Because sometimes I don't think there is, man, and I think that's why people end up getting frustrated and feel like they're wasting time, and like, that's when they stop, really. Yeah. To be honest. So, yeah.
I had a few questions people. I put up a post like a Q&A sort of thing, but the most one I got is people asking how do I get like. I'll ask you first, but how do you get models? Bigger models. I think the question was either big models or bigger models, or just models in general for a collab to shoot.
Honestly, hit them up, or if they hit me up, just have that conversation and build actual relationships with them. Like,
but I think they mean like, how do you get them? Like, firstly.
Oh, okay. So it could just be through association. It could just be through obviously a simple DM. But it's like actually genuinely building something. Like, I've had conversations with lots of models or lots of people in general where it's like, because it's obviously because I do music as well, so I could be collabing with a rapper or an artist, and what it comes down to is like finding something that we actually genuinely like relate to. Do you get what I mean? Because really and truly, if we haven't got that, we're just forcing it. So my whole thing is like, if let's say for example, if I am looking at somebody's story or their post, I'll genuinely think, right, I like that. Why do I like it? Oh, I like that. Okay, cool. Just say it. But what I find, going back to what you mentioned, is people are withdrawing from that and then wondering why they're not being able to build new relationships.
Yeah.
And I've done it myself.
It's like an era of, it's like, our generation is different. Because we're used to actually going outside and talking to people.
True.
Like we actually used to like play out. Like I know it's a foreign thing now. Actually playing out and conversing with people.
Yeah, it's true.
But nowadays, like the younger generation is school, college. If they're not at school or college, then they're in the inside on their phone.
Yeah.
Or that's how they just know how to communicate. But I think that's the thing as well. Like a lot of photographers just scroll.
Yeah.
Like because I get loads of saves, but the saves aren't matching
The it's like a bit,
and the sharing. I'm thinking some of my posts got like 50, 60, 80 shares. One of my posts, most of the shares are like 200 shares, and I'm thinking, what's the conversation? Like, that's always one. Like, what's the conversation? But like I was saying, like because people don't leave comments and stuff.
Yeah.
Because whenever
they're not. It's like that honest comment. It's the honest. People will leave comments, but it's like not the honest comment. Do you get what I mean by that? Like,
which is like, if I saw a photographer that's from London that's always commenting on myself, I'm more likely, if I have an opportunity, to DM them. Because I can see, they like my work. They seem like a friendly person. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, nowadays, everyone's treating likes and comments like gold dust. Like, remember like Bieber only had 3 likes a day. That's what they're treating like Instagram like that. They can only like stuff for a certain amount of time. It's like, I don't know, man.
No, this is why, for me, it's not even... I got off the like thing, like, I mean, I've never really been on it. My whole thing has been this, like, maximize the potentiality. So if I post something, I happen to get likes and comments from it, and I happen to get love from it, great. Same thing with how I've even processed, like, doing music. Because the moment, because I come from a background of music first, when I first came to London, I was in that mindset of I'm coming to London to make a career out of music, and the moment I got into that mind state, that's when I lost the passion. Because then it's like I'm chasing the dream rather than like being rather than enjoying the process and enjoying the dream, like enjoying the actual journey. Like, because the moment I've done that, it's like, okay, cool, like I could get 10 likes. But if I understand why that is, and I go, oh, okay, cool. I might have posted it and it's like 3 a.m. in the morning, for example.
That's the only thing for me is I don't really care about if I like the picture I'm posting it. It's just when, because I know if you post every day now, Instagram just doesn't like it for some reason. No. It's almost like it's maybe, if the post does really well, I won't post for maybe 4 days or something after that. If it does rubbish, I might post the next day. Yeah. But if it's not more of the likes, it's just more the distance, because into the algorithm, because obviously it's how my main source of where I make my money. So I want the maximum.
Exactly.
See it.
Exactly.
So I don't care about if it's getting liked. No. If it's getting seen. And then I get a DM from it.
Brilliant.
That's what I want. To be fair. But to answer the question for me, I literally someone DMs me. Is where I get most of my new models or models from at this point. And if I want to work with new models, it's literally just a DM. I don't think I've ever, maybe through association, but not by like I've gone to another model, called them up or messaged them and be like,
No, it wouldn't
can I
be
have?
cool,
Can I
yeah,
see
yeah.
your friend? Like,
Yeah.
tell your friend like.
No,
I'm interested in
because
shooting.
that. Do you know what that
I've never
reminds me
done
of?
that.
Do you know what that reminds me of? You saying that, like, if somebody does that, that reminds me thinking back to like if somebody liked, let's say you liked a girl, and then you tell your friend like, guys, never do that. Like, I'm gonna openly say, yeah, I did that once in my life. Yeah, that was the biggest mistake ever. Never do that. But yeah. Then again, that's the girl I'm with today, so and I'm happily in love. So like, but yeah, like it's that move of like, no, when I say association, it's just that thing of like, oh yeah, I've seen you done this with and I love that, like because it breeds like a thing of like, oh okay, cool, like let's say for example, how you mentioned like somebody's going into the DM and they're constantly trying to shoot the same girls as you. That's different to me going, oh yeah, you shot with Adrian. Oh cool, like yeah, I was with him last week. Then she knows, okay, this is somebody that's actually cool with him. He's not just doing it because he's just trying to follow a trend of shooting with me. Or...
And the thing is, that would help because they know my character, that I'm not a creep, so they know that I'm not gonna associate myself with another.
Yeah, exactly. So it's this is it, and that's where.
And the thing is, that's why that photographer as well doesn't get the people that I shoot, is because a bunch of photographers not use my name. I don't know what the conversation is directly.
Yeah.
But I always get a model sending me like it's always like 1 or 3 photographers as well.
Really?
Like, do you know this person? I'm like, they follow me. I don't know them.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, cool. They asked to work with me, but I'm not working with them. And that's not my fault again. I'm not gonna say, because the thing is, personally, I would never recommend this day and age. I would never recommend another unless I know this photographer, my brethren, like the back of their hand.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna say, yeah, you should go work with this person.
No, you've got to leave it up
you
to
go
them.
to this hotel room or whatever, something happens. Oh, Adrian went and said to work with this person.
I get you.
No way, it's not happening. And the thing is, I don't know these photographers like that. I don't even know what some of them look like. So why the hell would I go shoot them? But yeah, it's always like I always get like the same 3 like. Yeah, they always they say that, oh, this person DM me. Do I know them? But that goes to those are people that obviously again don't show love.
Yeah, that's a common thing that can occur as well. Those people who are literally following your every move, but not actually.
I've literally shot with a model
with you, like they're not with you.
I've literally shot with a model. She said, "Oh yeah, I'm working with this photographer." They ran out of ideas, so they went on my page to find new ideas while they're mid shoot. This photographer does not like. I don't even think the photographer follows me, but they're keeping up to date. Because they ran out of ideas on their shoot.
I'm not look at my page. If you're having to do that midway through shoot, and I'm not even trying to be disrespectful, just give up, man. Like seriously, just give up.
But when she said, I'm
honestly,
thinking, this is what people are doing?
Yes, they're
Mid shoot.
That is crazy to me.
I was just like, whoa! I didn't know it was.
And this is why when I'm
and that's why I say it's envy, because you don't follow me, but you're here to steal ideas.
Yeah.
Like, see, to me, that reminds.
It's inspired in this stealing.
Yeah. See, that reminds me of the fact of why I am so crucial with with my Instagram. One of the things I do every now and then in my stories is I talk about value. And I realize why it is. It's because of things like that. So I'm like, guys, like, don't come to me like saying, oh yeah, let's collab, let's do this. But yet, I'm going to give you fresh ideas. I'm going to make sure it's something around your brand. I'm going to make sure that you're happy and comfortable. Do you get what I mean? Like, there's certain things that come with working with me. So it's like, but also I'm aware that if they've never seen me in real life or met me in real life, then they've not been given that content. So it's given them that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah. I feel like we covered quite a lot, innit?
Quite a lot.
How long have we been going for now?
Let's see.
There's been 3 of these. It's like an hour and a half.
Wow. Yeah, man, we covered quite a lot of content, and I don't know how, but the recording kept going.
So yeah, man. I think we chopped it up pretty well there. We covered quite a lot of topics.
We still got more to get off our chest. Maybe another episode. I don't even know what I'm gonna call this.
No, yeah. But that's the beauty of it. Just
I don't
doing
even
it.
know what I'm gonna call it.
Just doing it, man.
Might do it how Chucky does it. How he chops it up in different
segments,
and then has the whole thing.
Yeah.
I might do that.
Yeah, man. And Chucky, if you watch this, if you happen to watch this, and Callum gets
put him in the
sick,
hashtag.
like, holler me, yeah, I got the audio for you as well. But yeah, cool.
I'm even thinking about like reaching out to someone like that.
Yeah.
To talk about our field.
Yeah.
That's even the Callum's field.
Yeah. It's true.
It's like
it's
even
true.
to talk about that and models and
The back end of it, man. It needs to be addressed. It needs to be addressed because like we're the staple of what keeps things going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where the creators
and all the
like
people that he
ground.
obviously interviews, rappers and blah, would not be maybe as big as because of the visuals we produce, like pictures and stuff like that. They wouldn't be as popping as they would. Like think about how, especially female rappers and singers. What do girls love reposting? When they got a sick picture, what do they repost it? So a photographer had to take that.
Yeah.
Do you know like certain pictures blow up? Like you know girls like fangirl over certain images or something like that, or when Cardi B posts a new photo shoot picture, someone had to take that picture.
Yeah, it's true.
That wouldn't have gone viral without that photographer.
It's so true.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, or visuals would have been without that videographer or something like that. So,
yeah, man, and that's what it's about, man. Is like is just making sure that people are aware of it all. Like, I think that's something that as creatives who, because look, photographers, audio engineers, even to agree like makeup artists and that, it's like there is a misconception that number one, we're only introverted. Do you get what I mean? So it's like we're only behind the camera, and I think like we need to take that responsibility of going, right, okay, for the people who don't feel comfortable to speak in front of a camera or speak about these situations, that we're willing to have that conversation. And it may be a case that we've missed certain things, or it may be a case that there's things that we need to address that we not thought about. But look, I'm willing to take the hit, man. If people want to say, oh, like, yeah, this you've not covered this, or you're coming across like that, like, cool, like, I'm happy, like, I'll make sure that I address it. Do you get what I mean?
yeah.
As opposed to like avoiding stuff, man. But that's me, man.
Yeah. We had a good episode today. The first of many.
Yeah, for sure.
First of many. I don't even know. Put in a description below. I mean, comment below what we should call this.
Yeah.
I don't know what you call it. Jadore talks. It makes sense too.
Yeah,
I love talking.
But yeah, make sure you follow me as well. Energy KJ, Kareem Jamal. Got music on Spotify, iTunes, and yeah, photography as well.
We'll be in the description below. We will be in the description below. But yeah, guys, until the next one. Yeah, I'm JadoreTV, by the way. If you're not already following me, you've just come across this like on YouTube somewhere. But yeah, I'm JadoreTV. All links in the description below. And yeah, I got the Portugal vlog coming soon. Got like, I don't know, I have a lot of shoots next week, so maybe next week. But yeah, I'll have it soon, guys, so don't worry. But yeah, until the next time, see you later.
Bless.